Welcome, everyone. We're here live at the MSPExpo in sunny Fort Lauderdale, Florida. This is the Managed Service Provider Association of America podcast, and I am here live with Ryan Heck from Cloudwork PRO. Ryan, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Happy to be here.
All right, give us the scoop. What does Cloudwork PRO do?
In a nutshell, we're an IT field services marketplace. We help people get the last mile of service done by connecting them with highly vetted, highly professional technicians.
Okay, you're a marketplace. You're a matchmaker between people that have problems and people that can solve them. Give me your best client transformation story. Who's come to you with problems? What problem do they have? How do you solve it?
Yeah, think like a regional MSP that is managing access control for small businesses, maybe even a couple of regional franchise partners that have 30, 40, 50 endpoints. And they're looking for somebody that can manage installations, break fix, maybe even give them a little bit of extended reach into some new markets. We've been able to do that for several regional MSPs and give them the ability to go out to, say, like, the next state over or 3 states over, even expand into a national reach.
Okay, you keep using this geographic term. So when you say regional, you're talking about an MSP. Let's say their main office is here in Fort Lauderdale.
Yep.
They're serving accounting firms and law firms in Fort Lauderdale, but they're either thinking of going up and opening a location in Jacksonville or some other state, or like, is that primary problem that you're solving, or is it more like they just onboard a brand new client, huge like project that they need more technicians for, and they come to you for flexible workforce?
Yeah, it's flexible workforce all day long. A lot of people call it smart hands. So you'll hear smart hands a lot, and that's where we come in. When you need smart hands in Seattle tomorrow, and then you need them in Fort Lauderdale in 3 days, that's our job. We'll find those smart hands for you.
Okay, all right. So this is boots on the ground, quick to deploy, boots on the ground, different locations. So if you got your 10 technician force here in Fort Lauderdale, but you get a client referral out of state, and you don't want to pass that on to a different MSP, you want to serve this contract.
Yep.
You need some boots on the ground. They come to you.
Exactly.
So your asset are the technicians that you can connect with MSPs. How do you find those?
We have over 2,000 highly vetted technicians that we've personally interviewed, done background checks on. They have general liability insurance. It's a professional organization that does this full time. It's not like your Uber driver that all of a sudden decided that they're going to go install access control or security systems.
Right.
And we advertise online. We look for them on Reddit, Facebook, TikTok, you name it. And then they apply. They fill out an application, a questionnaire, and then we do a live interview. Not like this, not face to face, but via Zoom.
Okay.
And then we do the background check if they qualify. So it's a thorough process where we find a good technician for you.
What do you hear are the primary concerns of an MSP when they're shopping for your technicians? What's holding them back? Why wouldn't they pick them themselves? Why would they go through your system?
Well, so that vetting process that I just talked about takes some time. And you got to kiss a lot of frogs. When you're out looking for technicians, you got to kiss a lot of frogs. So we take that headache away. And then we also stand behind the technicians on our platform. So if somebody goes out and does shoddy work, or they represent your company unprofessionally, we step in. We make sure that tech gets off the site. We make sure that you get a new technician. So we're doing a little bit behind the scenes to make sure that you have a great experience.
Okay. Are these technicians wearing the golf shirts of the MSP that hires them, or is there some like neutral branding? Because I could see that being an important thing for an MSP to keep their brand identity and relationship strong with the client.
Yeah, we do have a lot of MSPs that badge technicians. These are all 1099, so you got to be a little careful to tiptoe around the employer-employee relationship and designation between that and a 1099. But typically badging is fine. Sometimes people do wear polos if they do continuous work for one specific client. Yeah.
What's the pitfall there? Like, talking about badging them in 1099, what should an MSP avoid doing if they're thinking about this?
Yeah, it's a good question. I would say avoid telling them that they need to do their work a certain way. You can give them a scope of work and say that these are the items that need to be done. But when you send somebody out to do a structured cabling job, you can't dictate to them steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can tell them what the end product needs to look like, when they need to be there for time coordination, what day time. But other than that, it's up to the contractor to determine how they're going to do their work.
And that's a limitation of this being a subcontracted experience and not an employee.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
That seems like a line that the MSP would need help navigating. Is that part of the service as well?
Our platform also does help with that. We've got some AI embedded in the platform that will write your scopes of work for you.
Okay.
So you just type in a subject line, say I need access control, and it will type out an entire scope of work for an access control installation.
Okay, because I could see if I was an MSP coming to do this for the first time, that could be a huge pain in the process. I wouldn't want to overstep that and then get into some, like labor tax issue. Wouldn't be worth any of the benefit.
No, we help you avoid those pitfalls. I think I've never seen it become an issue other than in California with some of the Uber drivers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me the biggest client transformation story. Who's loving using the platform right now?
Oh man. So we've actually got an integrator / deployment partner that started off really small a couple of years ago. They've landed a few big accounts, and we've supported them along the way. They've scaled with us. We've scaled with them. We just helped them with a big box store deployment across, it was like 2,500 different locations, and a couple of different devices at each location. We streamlined that for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah. I mean, that would be huge. The MSP's doing well if they're getting huge contracts like that.
Yeah.
Do you find that you're working with MSPs that are actively searching for projects outside of their local area, or do you find that MSPs looking in the local area and they need big workforce, seasonal workforce locally?
I think more often when people stumble upon us, they're finding us because they need 1 or 2 jobs done, and then they realize, wow, this platform is really powerful, and I can use this for all of my technician needs, which is why we're actually building out some more capability for people to manage their own 1099 workforces that they've already cultivated.
What do you find is the Google search terms that lead MSPs to get into you?
Oh, well, it depends. We service 26 different work types.
Okay.
So it really depends on the work types, but most often it is IT field service.
Okay. MSPs type in IT field service and they come to you because they're looking for a job posting website. Like
they're looking for a technician.
Walk me through that mental model.
They're looking for a technician. So think in terms of like when you go to Google and start searching for a technician that can do a VoIP installation.
Yeah.
You're going to type in VoIP installer Fort Lauderdale.
Right.
And we're going to pop up in some of the paid results.
And so they're coming and finding the workforce delivered through you instead of just going to contracting someone direct, finding a referral from someone on Reddit to someone that they know that is doing subcontracting.
Exactly.
How'd you get into this business?
I'll try and condense the story for you. I'm not an IT guy. I did this in real estate with real estate services for institutional property managers. We built a $100 million lawn mowing service delivery platform for institutional property managers. I met the founder of this kind of as we were selling that, and it was just a really nice transition. We're doing something very similar. We're Uberifying service delivery. This is just in the IT space instead of the real estate space.
Sure. Uberify. That's a 15-year-old concept of doing everything. You're in the people business. You're in the people business for the people business.
That's right.
So MSPs love saying that they're in the people business.
Yep.
Their assets are their technicians. That's how you deliver value.
Yep.
You're in the people business for the people business.
That's right. Sure. And we treat it like that. We treat all of our customers like they're our biggest customer. They're our most important customer. We like to ground ourselves on customer service.
Fantastic. What's the next year looking for you?
Well, we've got some really big deals in the pipeline. So the idea is we grow from 2,000 plus techs to 4,000 plus techs over the next year and change. And we're going to stay in the US and Canada. We're not going to expand internationally. We're just going to keep building AI to make this platform work even more smoothly for our customers.
It's a common story in the MSP world. It's probably common in many of the like high skilled technician industries that finding the skilled labor is a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
How are you finding how are you doubling from 2,000 technicians on the platform to 4,000 technicians next year?
Elbow grease,
Yeah.
and money.
Okay.
So you got to advertise to attract people, and you need to have work on the platform. So one of the key ingredients that we have coming in is more work coming onto the platform to attract more technicians.
Sure. Money talks.
Yeah.
Are you connecting with training colleges or something to get the technicians like when they're created?
Yeah.
Is that a pipeline?
So not when they're created, but more like industry organizations like Bixi. So if you've heard of I think it's BICSI, they're a technician trade organization. We associate with them and make sure that we're finding techs that have experience. The average tech has 14 years of experience in the field on our platform. So we don't hire people straight out of the trade school.
Sure. Okay. You're finding that the technicians would prefer working with you as a 1099 instead of getting a full-time job with an MSP? Does that give them some advantage?
Most of the time they do, because they have their own book of business that they work on regionally, and then they kind of use us to fill in the gaps. There are a few guys that are full-time that just get all of their work from us. So it's a mixed bag.
Wonderful. All right. Tell the audience where they can find more about you.
Cloudworkpro.com. You can also email me personally, brian.heck@cloudworkpro.com.
You just got signed up for 100 newsletters.
Let's go.
All right. We're both rocking the blue collar bougie Carhartt. Ryan Heck. Heck yeah. From Cloudwork PRO. Great having you on the show. First interview live here at the MSPExpo in Fort Lauderdale, brought to you by the Managed Service Provider Association of America.